All right, and we should be going live. Hopefully, maybe. Oh, YouTube's being stupid. And we are live. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another edition of the Jedi Academy here on RSG on YouTube, as is tradition. And as you guys know, welcome. First of all, welcome. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I'm your host, Ranger J, 1999. That Sandus flies over there. Be Aldous Sandfly be joining us today already.
Hey! I'm actually quite excited. You know, I kind of, every time I come on here, I look forward to kind of random questions, and kind of hopefully today we get some proper weird ones. And there's a lot of stuff to speculate about. I think huge sort of stuff. I feel like we're at the point. We've hit the 1st of April, obviously, so I will not do any April Fool's things. But I feel as though we've hit that point where, okay, the financial quarter's finished, so they're not going to do a cash grab. We're now into kind of the planning out the rest of the year, and I think we'll see some more structural stuff. So I think it's a good day to talk. I think it's a good day to talk about the future, about what we're looking forward to, the excitement, new GL coming when, who might it be, might it surprise people?
I don't think there's much ambiguity when it comes to the GL, but you know what? Get your questions in.
Okay. Well, I'm on Darth Tyrannus now.
You think Darth Tyrannus? I don't think so.
Yeah, he's my pick.
GL?
He's my.
I think it's Rebels.
I've changed. I've moved off Leia. I'm now on Tyrannus. Anyway.
But we'll get into it. We'll get into all of it. So if you're new to the stream, that's fine. This is a Q&A stream where we bring content creators on to the show. And we're simply here to answer your questions. It's a 2-hour Q&A show. So if you have questions you want to pose to myself or anybody on the panel, it's pretty simple. Put your questions into the chat. Make sure you put the word question in front of your actual question and or comment statement that you want us to respond to or answer. And that's how it is. And it's first come, first serve. Just like I am in bed. Welcome everybody. Yesterday was another awesome day. We did our official switch. Well, I did my official switch to full-time Twitch. We launched that yesterday. It was awesome. Thanks to everybody that came out. We did a crazy day of streaming yesterday. We started with Princess Scribble Scribe, and we did his stuff, and then we went to my channel and launched the new Twitch stuff on RSG channel, but it's me doing GAC, and that's going to be my permanent home from now on for streaming. Other than the Jedi Academy, you'll notice that the Jedi Academy is going to be staying on YouTube. I just think it's the one stream which is Q&A, and we can just hang out. And I really don't want all the bells and whistles, Aldous, that comes with Twitch and stuff. I want this to be more about just a Q&A. So we'll keep Jedi Academy here. And people have been asking me, besides that, anything else? Well, yeah, all the reviews will stay on, will stay on YouTube. The Old Republic with the Boys, the playlist will be there. The lore series will be there. We've also, because of all your great support you guys have shown us through everything with Patreon, we now have the lore series, and we'll record the new one. So just real quick before I finish that statement, the lore, we'll record one tomorrow, but we won't have one again next week because it's Easter weekend. I forgot about that. And so, everyone's going to be out of town and stuff. So, and then that's fine. Certain holidays you gotta, you gotta take a break. But we'll get that one in. But the lore series is now on podcast form. If you go to any of the lore videos, you can see that we've got it on Amazon and we've got it on Podbeam. Still working on Spotify. I keep trying and it keeps not working. I don't know what the hell's going on with that, but it is what it is. And iTunes is just a nightmare. So one day we'll have them on there as well, but for right now, you guys at least got in podcast on 2 platforms that you can go down, download it, listen to it whenever you want, and leave reviews for that. Yeah, and then there you go. So so get your questions in. But so that's all good. So there's going to be still a lot of content that's going to be on YouTube, but we're just not going to be doing the majority of the live streams there. Someone's even saying, what about the ACS stuff? Now that's going on Twitch. YouTube sucks even for doing live ACS streams, because YouTube will limit you to 12 hours, and you guys know we've done 24 36 hour streams for the ACS stuff. So most of the majority of our streaming will be on Twitch now, but we'll still do Jedi Academy here, so you'll get your Saturday fix. There won't be any Jedi Academy next weekend, I'm pretty sure, because it's Easter weekend and stuff's going on. If I get in on that, well, but we'll see. I got to see what the plans are, but I think we may because I think next weekend, as I was telling all this, we got the new jetpack in, and I've got pretty much the majority. The only thing I have left to do is I've got to get a cape for the jetpack, because the one I have is the long cape, and that doesn't work with the jetpack. So I've got to get that in, but I'll order that. And you guys have been amazing helping me with that costume. I think the kids are really going to love it. And so yeah, so we've got to get that. But next weekend, I want to put together, I got a lot of work to do on the costume. Little stuff, but it's the little stuff that adds up that makes it an overall big project. I still have to paint the rifle. I still got to get the jetpack mounted. I still got to get some armor, the side armor pieces. I got the knee pad, the knee brace in, so I can get the one knee brace, the knee rockets on. I got to do that. There's going to be a lot of hot gluing and a bunch of other stuff that I got to do to make sure that the costume's up and running. You know, so it's going to be a lot of work. So I'm just going to spend next weekend doing it. Then I'm going to move around in it, get some pictures taken for you guys. And then in the upcoming future, I will do a stream with the full thing. Still waiting for the voice modulator to come in. So that'll be in here soon, I'm hoping. And then once we get it all together, I'll do another stream with the full costume, with the jetpack and everything. And then I'll be able to, unlike last time where I couldn't see anything. Don't worry, we've got cooling fans that are here that I have to install, but couldn't see anything and I couldn't talk. Now I will be, because I'll have the voice and everything, and we'll get all that fixed and you guys will see that. So there you go. So I'll probably spend next weekend doing that. So that's okay. That's what we do. This is the way. Anything else? No, I don't think there's anything else. Just get your questions in. Hit the thumbs up, subscribe. Watch our other videos, guys. It's going to be really important now that you guys, if you could, watch some of the other stuff that we're doing, because now that we're not going to be streaming on YouTube, not that it matters, because the reason I'm moving away from YouTube is for the sheer amount of time, and I was doing a crazy amount of time on YouTube. One, YouTube is just not as interactive when you're doing a live stream, like, you know, GAC or something, as I would like. Plus, we weren't getting paid anything. I mean, $100 a month for, you know, all that streaming just is not worth it. I'd rather take the Patreon stuff, which I did, and use it toward Twitch and the podcast and other things, and build those up so we can continue to expand what we're doing. YouTube will be YouTube, but we're going to be, there's a plan in place. Me and Finn have been talking about it, and I think I may do this when I'm doing live Twitch streams, is record a 10-minute video. We can upload it to YouTube, and then we'll take like the funny moments from the week and upload those to YouTube from the streams over on Twitch. So there you go.
Well, let me know, and I'll put my heart and soul into those 10 minutes, and then we'll slack off the rest of it. The rest of it will just we'll go slow, and then we'll hit the 10 minutes. No, you're right. I don't think people streaming on one platform, and maybe this is an important question of this week, is maybe I think talk about streaming on one platform is important, because when you start dividing your time, you then divide your technical skills amongst, because what works on YouTube does not always work on Twitch, does not always work on other platforms. You have to keep having different setups. If you get them wrong or mixed up, everything goes to pot. No, I think I don't understand how content creators manage to do different platforms. In fact, I take my hat off to yours. Even leaving this. I mean, to be honest, I would move this to Twitch. Just because of that, it's difficult. It's just difficult having different platforms set up in different poses.
This one's just easy to do on YouTube. You know, this is the one stream that I'm like, and I don't want all the, you know, the bits and all that stuff that's when, you know, that we have that happens when we're streaming on Twitch. I don't want just focus on the Q&A. This is a perfect, this stream is set up to be on YouTube. And it's one stream on a Saturday, every Saturday. That we can get it in.
It's a good way to view it, because I think also is, I mean, if I talk a little bit as the people that used to watch this or watching it now, having something where you don't feel as though you need to donate. This is just ask your questions. This is kind of, people come on for free, give their time for free, and you can ask whatever question, whatever GP level, or whatever you want about the game, about the future, about the past, about anything. And content creators will give their honest opinion, not because they're trying to get you to donate money, because they're not, simply because they are here to give information. And I think that's a lovely connection to have. So I do like this. I loved it when I watched it, and I can't believe I'm on it. It's like being on the telly. Hi.
So yeah, get your questions in. We'll shout out everybody here because we like to do that. Big shout out to Contingent last night. He was hanging out. Big shout out to everybody. Wolf was hanging out with us for a bit. Boss was hanging out with us a bit last night. We did lose our GAC, but again, we're facing monster accounts. The first one was only 1.6 million more than I had. 1.6. We lost by one banner. Then we lost the last one, but I mean they had like 400,000 or 500,000 more GP than me and stuff. So I've just accepted I'm going to be in Kyber 2. I'll maybe get into Kyber. It happens every time. I have a winning record. All this, I get back into Kyber 1. First week I get squished, and then I got to fight my way back, and I'm over it. So we're just having fun with GAC and showing the right counters and the teams, which we are. I mean, we crushed Fleet last night. We averaged 70 something banners against the 3 strong. He had Profundity, Executor, and Negotiator down, and we got 70 plus wins on all of them. So there's good stuff that's happening with it. But with the Datacrons, you just do not know what's going to happen, man. You can plan all you want, but Murphy's Law always applies to those damn things. So it's pretty awful. So we just have fun with it. We had a blast with you guys, and we're going to continue doing that. And we'll have a lot of fun with the lunch streams. I got to do some work this weekend on some of the bugs that we had with the stream, and I'll work on those. Sound alerts were not working. I don't know why they weren't working. And the tip jar's not working. I don't know why that's not working either. So I've got some stuff to work on that. But that's to be expected when you do all this stuff, and just have to work on it and try to get it fixed. So
things are complicated, and people don't really understand. So like, if I break the fourth wall here, things like the tip jar and things like the sound alerts, they come from another website where you've kind of grabbed a browser. And very often when things like OBS, your streaming software, goes into a different version, or when that browser goes into a different version, or when Google Chrome goes into another version, the connection gets broken, or it doesn't work anymore. And it very often takes the people that develop those little widgets, let's call them widgets effectively, it takes a while for them to kind of catch up and do that update. So suddenly you log on and suddenly something's not working. You're like, well, I don't, but you get no warning because it's a connection somewhere else on the planet.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So there you go. Okay, we got everybody in the chat. We've got a nice little group going, so let's say hi to everybody and get some questions. Dark Side's here. He's our first contestant on the Jedi Academy. He says hello there. Hello there. Engineer Choo Choo. Engine number 9. He says hello there as well. Hello there. What else? 73 says hiya. Hiya, buddy. Red Ribbon Army says question, lockout bug is back, sitting at 0 time left in my JC battle, won't and can't make a move. Is CG aware of it? If they are, I don't know. I mean, I hope so, but
I don't know. You're the first. Okay, but okay, this is the first I've ever heard of this, so I report it, but I don't know. Yeah.
Well, what else 73? What else 73 gave him a good Don't get rid of the battle, disconnect your internet, reconnect your internet. I have that happen sometimes where it'll say there's an error with your when you see there's that, or it says there's an error with your connection or something like that. I always just re-click the internet and it'll come back. And then, especially if you're using BlueStacks, that's one way to get around that. So yeah, I'm sorry to hear that, Red Ribbon. I'm glad to have you here though, buddy. There's the man, the myth, the legend, Contingent, who really put the shoeies on me last night. I only did 11 shoeies last night. All this was a nice break from the 19 I did last Friday, so that was nice. Yeah. But that's why I work out, man, so I can burn it off.
Get smaller shoes. Get smaller. Like I say,
get
smaller shoes.
We've got the shoe. No, that's not what the fans.
Well, no, but nobody's developed a regulation shoe yet, or charge more for an even bigger shoe.
No,
have like a pint-sized shoe, like a clown shoe.
No.
I don't think you're exploiting the shoe size yet.
I don't really want to. It's bad enough I have to drink Foster's, and I don't think it's going to matter what shoe I go with all this. It's just horrid because I have to drink Foster's, so it's just not good. Glad to have you here too. What else? 23. Jason Hobby says, word to the mothership. Word indeed. JH, glad to have you here. Contingent with our first another question says, have I missed a post in the forums about there not being a bonus pack for April? I thought we got the bonus pack.
No,
it's not in yet.
It's been a bit odd. Well, it's been a bit odd. Yeah.
Well, they did post something in the forums that they're going to make do for everybody that did do all the dailies. Yeah, and then
we're doing the question.
Well, yeah, I'm answering the question. So the question is, the bonus pack. I thought there was one on it already. Maybe it's just the calendar that I picked up, but they're supposed to be doing a patch where they're doing a make good for March. Remember, we had the 5 days of March where we didn't get anything. So if you did all the 25 days where you logged in, you're going to get compensated. And they said there's supposed to be a pack for April that's supposed to go through the 31st. So
There's a
actually no, I did get
standard.
it. It is in there because I did get energy. It's in there.
There's one in the store. There's one in the web store. So if you go into the web store, yes, you can get your 100 things.
Yeah.
There is one calendar that is the April
Got the
calendar.
calendar too, yeah.
But there's always been like a second free calendar.
I don't know. Yeah, there might be one.
Normally, there's like a third free thing, I think is what he's referring to. That is, there's like a, why do I only have one calendar? It's a terrible thing to say.
Yeah, I've got the April bonus calendar. I got that. And it's
but normally there's a
Scimitar.
second one. Normally when you go in, you can get like a second calendar for free. I think. I don't know.
I didn't see one of those, yeah.
There's not one of those yet.
Not in the store
at all.
I got the bonus daily login, but I didn't see a second calendar anywhere. So well, we'll wait and see.
I agree with him. It feels like something's missing. It does feel like there's a thing missing. Like I'm like, why is my second calendar? Where's my? Yeah, I don't know. It does feel like.
Let's wait till Monday. Yeah. Let's wait till Monday and see.
The second calendar is in the web store.
I didn't see one when I was in there. I grabbed.
There's a Chirotech one I have to pay for. I'm looking for a second free calendar.
Well, I've got two calendars. I've got the normal April login calendar, right? And then I've got the next one. So I've got two calendars right now. So I don't know. Maybe there'll be a third one that they put out there soon. I don't know. Yeah, it's the dreaded web store contingent. I'm sorry. And this is the way it is. This is the way. Ray Rock, hello, my friends. Says happy up, everyone. Carl Kopage says, question. As of next week, I will have 3 GLs, GMK, SLKR, and JML. What is the best uses of them in GAC for Kyber 3? I'm thinking about putting SLKR and GMK on defense and put JML. JML, he would put defense twice. I think he meant offense. SLKR, it depends on what your opponent has. At Kyber 3, you can see what your opponent has, because SLKR can be good on defense depending on what GLs they have. He's actually better on offense. JMK is fine on defense. He can go offense or defense. And JML, you can use him on defense, but you need a specific team with a protection cron, because if you have, it's like a team that's like a timeout team where you just can't kill anybody, because like Barish, Shock T, JML, Hermit Yoda, or something like that, where it's like you can't kill anybody on that team because with the protection cron, one, they hit really hard, and two, their stats are just ridiculous, and it's hard to get around it. It can be taken out, but it's more of a pain in the ass. But JML's way better on offense. That thing with the protection cron can take out most things. I think Jabba's one, he can, and Lord Vader, but like the other GLs, even Rey, it can lay some pain to Rey. It really can. But you got to kind of play that one by ear, because they may have a GL. You got to think about what they might put down on defense, and you might need your JMK for offense. JMK is your floater. You can go on defense or offense. If you put JMK down, and you've got GML, then you can put JMK down in case they have a JMK, because you can use JML to take out JMK. SLKR, you kind of want him for offense. He takes out a lot of stuff. He's not the best on defense, even with crons, because it's too easy to work around it, So you have to play that one a little bit by ear, Carl. It's going to depend on what your opponent puts down and what they have, and then what you have for defense. But I hope that kind of answers your question. I don't know if I missed anything there, Aldous, about how those would work.
I mean, I think you're right. I don't know. I mean, Kyber 3, I can imagine there's quite a lot of variability in what you face. Remember that GML is a hard counter to SLKR. So if the person has SLKR, a lot of people get SLKR and just stick them on defense. Because they only have 1 or 2 GLs. So they think, well, hang on, I'll block a zone, try and put on best team there. Probably not in Kyber 3, maybe a little below that, but you might get 1 or 2 of those. So GML is obviously a hard counter to SLKR. Apart from that, he's not great use. GML is too squishy for me. I think it's a question later on, but GML is probably the squishiest at the moment. He's the GL that is a bit out of kilter. SLKR is great utility. Like, SLKR will take out probably almost everything in the game. And therefore, SLKR gives you a lot of flexibility. And I think where you are in Kyber 3, and if you have 3 GLs, I would favor on the flexibility side. I think GMK on defense, there's very few teams beat that. So I would put GMK on defense.
Yeah.
I would keep SLKR for offense for flexibility, and I could do, you know, various stuff. And I think I would keep GML for offense as well, but I don't know.
Say this
GML
about
is squishy.
the problem with actually JML is not that squishy. The problem is people are not modding him correctly. There's three stats you want to, or well, two you really want to focus in on. Don't worry about speed. You want to go speed set, that's fine, but you want to go protection primaries. All right. And he goes completely different from Relic 7 to Relic 9. He's one of the few GLs that we tell you to take to Relic 9 immediately. The boost he gets at Relic 9 because he is a tank astronomically shoots up his stats into ridiculous levels. And remember, the people that are not doing this, protection equals damage to your team. It makes, like, bears hit really hard. It makes Cam a monster in that team. He will one-shot some characters because just doing his basic double tap, he hits so bloody hard, especially when they start getting the buffs and stuff. I'm just throwing some Jedi out there that just give you an example of how. So, but you got him on for protection. And the other stat that people forget to focus in on, potency. You got to have him above 90% on his potency. I see a lot of people that leave him at like 60%. They wonder when he does his efflux, like, well, nothing's landing. Yeah, because you don't have any bloody potency. You got to give him at least 90% potency. That assures that you're going to get some good ability blocks and debuffs down. That's a big part of his kit. Especially when he gets an ultimate, that really does some good work for you. So you got to think about those two stats when you're modding him. You can go health and speed set with him if you want to have a little bit more speed, or you can just go like me. I have him about 520 speed, but with a full health set because I want his health. I want him beefy too on that, and I've got protection on all the primaries. You don't need to worry about offense. You don't need to worry about all that stuff. Just get that protection up. Is one that makes him beefy and it makes his team hit really hard, and you want to have that potency above 90%. You know, you got to do it. I've seen people that mod him. I'm like, well, the reason he's not working is because you don't have him where you need to have him, you know? And of course, if you don't put any of these stats on and he gets smoked, you wonder what happened. You know, that's what happened. Go ahead, Aldous.
I mean, my GML is still only R7, and I think of all my GLs, it's the one that needs to move up. Yeah. I also think he's been done dirty. He's been done dirty by the current Datacron because there's no protection. You know, there isn't really. I don't think any of the current ones have something that really helps him out. So at the moment, he's a bit rubbish. He's a bit of a liability at times.
Yeah. No, he's really good. If you get him modded correctly, trust me, JML will take out some.
Oh, he's also in Conquest. He's probably the single most valuable GL.
Yeah, you do a lot of stuff.
Oh my god, he will do all your feats for you. He will call assists. He's incredibly good character for Conquest. I think at the moment in PvP, he's just a little bit workable around. He needs a good team around him, which means you have to give him the better Jedi. You have to give them stuff. You have to have the mods on them as well. Yeah, it's he's not the best.
Well, the cool thing about JML though is that you don't need the best Jedi, because when you get him to Relic 9, bears and those kind of characters become superstars. Bears will kick that ass because they start hitting like trucks, dude. So but again, it's you have to make the investment in the team to make it work, right?
He is a Relic 9 because the bump between Relic 8 to Relic 9.
It's
on the huge. Tanks really benefit him. He's the one character that got that buff. But yeah,
it's really good. All right, Helenix is here. Well, Jack Daniels has joined us as well. Hello, Jack. Helenix says, good Saturday morning, fellow skewers. I bring word from the holotables. Feet suck. That is all. Yeah, listen. I'm at 605. I'm not getting the red crate. I don't need it. I'm sitting here, as I said, this is my cache one. I'm just sitting here for the next 3 days. All I'm doing is farming the nodes and getting Datacron material. I don't care about the red crate. I've got Trench locked in because I did all the other stuff the previous two. I didn't even buy Trench with my tickets. I bought impulse detectors, you know, for Relic 8 and 9, because that's what I always do on the third Conquest. And I'll spend the next 3 days. I'll spend crystals and I'll just sit in the Sector 2 and 4. Farm the hell out of the material out of there. I'm fine on cash, and you know, I've got my Relic 9s. I've just taken all my Datacrons to Relic 8 just because are level 8 because I just want those stats. So that's all I'm doing for the next few days is getting that stuff, and then rock and roll from there. You know, that's the way I treat it. So you know,
I would say that if anyone in chat has If anyone in chat wants any cheese teams for Conquest, we know them all. So if there's one particular feat you're struggling with, or if there's one thing you're frustrated with, please ask. I mean, I think that's... I mean, I got my third red crate about 4 or 5 days ago. And like Ranger, I'm just farming. I'm not even kind of hard farming because I'm already kind of maxed out. But yeah, if you're struggling on a Conquest feat, or if you've got a Conquest feat and it's not working the way it should because somebody says use this, it's not working, honestly, please ask. We can have a conversation about it and we'll sort you out. We will hook you up. Don't worry.
What else? Any 3 says questions. Sounds like Sandfly is recommending we upgrade to Das Boot. No.
That's big boat.
All right, get out of here. All right, Big O's join us. Orlando says hi. Scares, hey buddy. Mold Pokey says this encounter is in the web store. Yeah, I'll check out the web store. There you go. But glad to have your Mold Pokey. You do the Mold Pokey and you turn yourself around. Let's see here. Questions. People we haven't said hello to. Helenex. He's just saying hi to everybody. Yep, more hellos to everybody. Yep. Let's see, last night. Sopper's here. Sopper9A says, hey Ranger, hey buddy.
Hi, Sopper.
Yeah, everyone's talking about Twitch last night. Okay. Orlando's here. Helen says, question. Oh god, it's a heli question. I shouldn't have scrolled down all this. That was my mistake. It says, question for Ranger, will you join contingent in wishing me a work day void of any work interruptions? Yeah, I want you to, you know, Helen, you give me endless shit, but I don't want you to have to deal with a lot of customers today. I hope you have a nice, easy day at work, and, you know, and then you can go home and, you know, drink some bourbon, jerk off, and that's all you're going to do, baby. That's all that matters.
This reinvented Heli, where he's actually asking sensible questions, it's a revelation.
Yeah, but he always fires back with some stupid ones, so yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, look, we're all hit and miss, but yeah. Haley, it's great to have Haley. We love him. He is a legend.
Yes.
Legend.
Yes, he's the geek Greek. All right, Mr. Bones Rattling, he's joined us. Says good morning, Skurs. Good morning. Sopper says normal conquest is quite a jump up for me. Question: what are the cheese teams? Well, so for the feats, there's 2 ones you need to mainly focus in on. For the one feat, so there's sector, I don't know if it's 3 or 4, where you have to do the master's training, the separatist, non-separatist droid. There's one for that. Then there's the fracture one in sector 5, right? That you have to do. The fracture one, let me make sure I've got that one correct. You want to go in there with Watt. You want to go SLKR. You want to go Thrawn, and then you want to go Daka Zombie. The reason is because they'll keep killing Zombie. What you're trying to do is, and I could be wrong on this thing, you kill Darth Revan immediately, and then you kill Bastila, and then you just fracture and kill Malgus, and then the other 2 get that buff where they can't die, and then you just put on auto for 8-9. Then you'll get like 20 to 25 fractures. So that's the fracture feat. I've done it on the stream. You can go back and watch it. There's videos out there on it. The master's training one is where you want SRP lead with Hermit Yoda, Chupio. I'm trying to remember the other 2 for that one. Scribe's got a good video
I do this differently from you.
There's different ways. There's just
are they normal? Okay, so I know
you can do Daka Zombie with Daka Zombie too. You know, where you have Daka Zombie with Yoda, Chupio, and I can't remember the 5th on it, where Zombie's dying constantly, and you're just constantly doing master's training on Zombie. What's the team that you use, Aldous?
Okay, so my main cheese team in every single Conquest is Treya lead, IG-11, BAM, Watt, and then any other character. And what happens, you go against Bugs, and what Bugs will do is Bugs just hit IG-11, because you either have Voluntary Vanguard or you put the Tank Tech on IG-11. They will hit IG-11. They will kill. The Bugs will effectively kill themselves, but not kill themselves. And then your 5th character then does the kill, and the 5th character gets 6 kills. So if you want Separatist droid kills or non-Separatist, stick in GPO. If you want Hut Cartel, stick in Lando. And that's how kind of I cheese all the 50 kill feats. That's pretty easy. The Master's Training, I do it slightly differently. I go Daka lead.
Yeah, you can do Daka lead.
I do Daka lead with Zombie. I put Watt in there to put the tank tech on Daka.
Oh, that's so it. No, you put the tank tech on Hermit Yoda because you don't want him getting ability blocked. If you're doing the mini boss, if you're doing Geos, it's a little different.
I do DACA on. I do DACA on. I do tank tech on DACA, and I put Ray in with Hoda, and Ray just lifebloods Hoda. So Hoda basically lives the whole time.
Yeah, that's another way you can do it.
But to be honest, using the Sith team to cheese. The other one, when I get to the final node, sorry, we're maybe not talking about normal, but the final node, I always look for a nest node, and I'll put in CLS plus Thrawn. So basically, I'll drop 2PO and I'll stick in Thrawn.
They can do that.
And I will kill everyone but Nest, and then put it on auto, and Thrawn will rack up 10 to 12, even on auto. I just walk off. There's incredible guides out there. You talk about Scribe has incredible guides. There's amazing people with incredible guides. But a lot of them are like, you need this Datacron, you need that you need that data disk, you need this modding. Screw all that. I just do it into auto. So I'll do a CLS. I will stun and kill Canderous. Then I will kill the others, and then I'll just put it in auto against Thrawn, walk off, come back 10 minutes later, and I'll have like 12 fractures. That's kind of the way I work it.
If you go back to the Wednesday lunch stream and the Thursday lunch stream this past week, you can see me do both of those feats, and some of the other feats. I spent those days, as much as I hate Conquest, but it's important so people can see it. So I actually, did the feats and showed everybody how you could do it. The non-separatist droid one, I just went to the node because I wanted to farm stuff, and I just put like all the non-droids in there with Rey, and then just let R2 and them just wreak havoc and get kills. So especially if you have Zealous Ambition, R2 will one-shot people. It's ridiculous. So you can go back and watch that. That'll help you out. So Kevin McDonald is a fine Scottish lad in Canada.
Oh, this is good. That's a good
He
name.
says, hi
good
from
name.
Canada, eh? Can one of you gents talk to my wife, convince her to let me hang out with you in Vegas? No. I don't want wife aggro. Kevin McDonald. Yes, if you guys don't know, it's a big weekend for me, July 5th through the 8th. One, it's my birthday weekend. Two, it's my 7-year anniversary of streaming. And yeah, we're going to be in Vegas with everybody. I mean, Gom's going to be there. Yeti's going to be there. Heinzie, Rambam, myself. We got like 40, 50 people that are going to be there already now for this Vegas. And one day we're going to be in tuxedos doing something. One day I'm going to be in the full Beskar Mando kit, walking around, because we have to do that. I'm going to have the 2 drag queens. I got Heinzie dressed up as Rose Tico, and then I got to have Ram as Scav Ray. Don't ask, man. It's just what we're doing, man.
Are you able to gamble in a full?
I'm not gambling in that. Are you crazy? I'm just gonna walk. I think we're gonna go to some place there and do some mini golf and some other stuff. And I'm not gonna be really doing that because I'm gonna be in that costume. But people want to take pictures with me because I'm gonna look the part. And maybe I'll make some money on the side with the 2 prostitutes with me. So we'll see what happens. This is the way. You don't have any of those units.
They won't be they won't be the roughest looking prostitutes I can imagine in Vegas, from my memory.
$3 sold. Take the fat one. Get out of here. You don't have any. Well, Sopper, I mean, this is something you'd think about in the future. Again, when you're doing normal.
Yeah, but the fracture one is Sector 5.
Yeah, I don't know if normal Conquest has the same feats as hard Conquest. That's a good question.
There is different feats. So I would say if there's a specific feat you're missing, the problem here is we are only about 3 or 4 days to go. So you've probably already picked your nodes. So like I say, when I go into Conquest now, I purposely target Geo nodes, Grievous nodes, where I cheese the droids, and Nest nodes. Because those 3 nodes are highly cheesable. Tuskens are cheesable as well because they don't really have good AoE, which is another way to do things. So I would say that half the strategy of cheesing Conquest is picking the right nodes as you're going through. Don't worry about the reward track because the data discs aren't that good. They don't really do anything. Data discs are...
Certain ones do, like but you have to have the right... Yeah, most of them are trash.
They're the icing.
Zealous Ambition is a win. Those are awesome. If you get Zealous Ambitions because they make your support... I did 2 million damage with Padme the other day and almost crapped on my pants. I was like, did she just hit for 2 million? 2 million. It's ridiculous. It'll make all your support characters just do ridiculous stuff. Like the protection ones are okay, the offense ones are okay, but there's a lot of other ones that's kind of like, no. You know, it's like, unless I need it for a feat, which these didn't really apply to the feats this time. Yeah, Zealous Ambitions are your best one. The other ones that do, like, you know, fervor and things like that, they're fine. But if you get like stacking protection or the entrench, where you get like 50-75% protection at the beginning, that just makes, especially when you get to like sector 3, 4, and 5, where you will get outsped and you can just take the damage. Those are really nice. So, and if you're looking for kill feats, I can't remember the name of it right now, but the one where they burn automatically and lose, or they get stacks of damage.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. The data discs are fun, but I would say that the data discs don't necessarily gate the feats.
No.
They kind of make it a little bit easier, and they make it easier to do the feats. But I would have said the right team, the cheese teams, the cheese opponents, make it easy to cheese the feats. So that's why I kind of say, look, I would always say to people, ignore the data disc. Things like Booming Voice are great. Booming Voice is great, especially, yeah. Well, you get it automatically for doing the no leader feat. So if you're struggling, then doing the no leader feat gets you Booming Voice, and then that essentially, regardless of how good your Hondo is, he will always assist. So you'll always get X number of
volatile accelerators. That's what I was looking for.
Yeah,
I can't remember
those things. Yeah. So there's lots in there. I filled in the. Okay, we should probably talk about the CG did a survey of Conquest, and one of my kind of feedback was, well, actually, this is a kind of waste of time now. You know, like because they
I disagree, man. I disagree 1000%. As much as I hate Conquest, all this, data disc or make a big deal in sector 3, 4, and 5, because especially for someone that doesn't have like the roster that we do, right? Because we've got everything. We can go in there and with our GLs and things of that nature, but I think the certain data discs, like Entrenched, like Zealous Ambition, Volatile Accelerator, make it to where you can kill quicker. You can get over the fact that these teams are going to outspeed you, because you know how they are in sector 4 and 5. We've both been there, where you go in there with a GL and it gets smoked, especially with the stamina loss. These allow you to get past the stamina loss, because, you know, when you get to like 70% stamina and you go in, it doesn't matter. Like, you can go in there with your Grievous team, take the hits, take your beating, and then it's your turn, and you're going to hit like a truck, and then you can take out the teams and stuff. So I think certain ones do. Now the other ones, like, I'm looking at my inventory to all these other data discs, I'm just looking at like, no. You know, it's like, I know.
I do like Entrenched. So, yeah, so look, there are good ones. Look, the healthy chat is good. All of these are great suggestions. I'm just saying that I feel, in my opinion, it's the team and the opponent that unlocks the feat more than the data disc. Yes, the data discs are cool. I love certain data discs. I love Entrenched. I do love Booming Voice. I do love Massively Overpowered, which is also a fun one.
Fortified is a really good one too.
Fortified is good.
Fortified is really good too. There's also a purple one if you do get it. I did have it this one, and I was just playing around with it. Zuretsu, I think, is the one it is. Yeah,
so
that one's really, really good, especially if you. And these are data discs that if you have an underpowered team, you're doing hard node, right? Especially hard node. These are the ones you want to look out for, because it really amps your characters to another level, where you can take some of these teams and do good work and kill stuff fast and get some of these feats done, especially the kill feats. You know, the repetitive feats where you lose stamina and you have to keep doing the team over and over again. These are the ones that I do, even at my level. You know, I've got high relic tunes and characters. It's nice to have those Zealous Ambitions and stuff on, man. Let me tell you, because when I'm farming stuff, it's usually just put on auto, but I don't want to sit here for 5 minutes going, are you done yet, Grievous? No, it's still fucking around? Okay, good. Okay, great. I'll come back. But yeah, their ones are really good. Now, some of the other ones are
Voluntary Vanguard, I think, is one I tend to go for first. The one to watch out for is the Ruthless Swiftness, which does
those are nice.
No, but there's one or two that screw up some of the counters.
Yeah, you have to be careful. Yeah.
Ruthless Swiftness is one to avoid, in my opinion. It's a good data disc, but it will really screw up. Some of the data discs really screw up certain teams because they're giving buffs and they're giving stuff. So just be careful about, sometimes you'll go in, and if you happen to have Ruthless Swiftness, it sounds like a good data dish. It sounds like something you want, but literally it can be like an anchor around your leg.
All right.
My opinion.
Yeah. Jack Daniels question: what are the level 3 and 6 Datacrons I should be looking for? The only character I have at Relic 7 is Young Han, so probably not going to get any level 9s. No. The only level 9s you should be going for in this one, if you have the characters, is Chupio, because that thing is gross. You got a Sortie or a Sana, that's okay. But outside of those, you're not really... The abilities are fine. It's really the stats you're looking for on these. Okay, if you can get them to... Just get them to level 8. You're looking for the tenacity, the health, the defense, the armor penetration. And depending on what you hit, then you can move those to certain squads that you're using, because those stats, you know, like say you've got one that's got offense and armor penetration, you can throw that on one of your offensive teams, you know, and something along those lines. If you're looking for some more defense stats with the defense and the tenacity, things of that nature, you can throw that, let's say, like on a Jabba team, you know, where it makes him really a pain in the ass to kill, you know, or Lord Vader to make him a pain in the ass to kill if you don't have the right blue disc right now. So it's more about the stats. The level 3 and 6s, they're okay. I mean, if you go through and look, the level 3s are, they're good. I mean, they're nice, you know, regenerating health protection, but it's 2%, you know, nothing to, you know, it matters. But if you go through and you look at like some of the level 6s, it's like, okay, you know, like I've got one here right now. It's like resistance allows gain retribution for 3 turns. Well, most of these I'm not going to be using for resistance. So the level 6, unless I'm using it for resistance, doesn't really matter. And I was like, okay, I'm just looking at the stats, but this one has resistance and tenacity out the yin yang. So I'm like, that's not a bad disc to throw on one of my teams. So I'm just looking to get these, not so much for the 3 and 6, unless you're working on, say, Chupio. Then when you get to like the Chupio Cron, you know, or a resistance Cron, the retribution on the resistance Cron for like your GL Ray is really good, or for like a JTR team, that retribution is really good at the level 6. I went for the Chupio one. At the end of the turn, droid allies recover 50% protection if they've inflicted at least 5 debuffs their turn. Well, Chupio does that a lot, and I want him to stay alive. So that makes him really nasty if you don't get him killed right off the bat, because every time he's doing his AoE or he's doing his blind, he's getting that 50% protection. It's pretty nice to get. So yeah, but the level 3 ones, they're pretty much like, they can deal max health. That could be nice, 2%. You know, if you, for an offense set, if you want to go defense set, recovering the health protection, those kind of things. But I wouldn't worry too much about that. Look at the stats, because the tenacity, the armor pen, the resistance, and that kind of stuff is really where you want to be at, and dick around with those more. But outside of those, I mean, unless you've got Sortie, unless you've got Rose or Sana or some of these characters, go for stats. Just go 8, and then don't worry about the 3 and 6. You can mix and match those depending on what team. This set's really about the stats. I just feel that, Aldous. I don't know how you feel, but there's a few characters that are really gross with these, but outside of that, it's really the stats and stuff that are on these.
I like, so I would get yourself, if you have Ray, I get yourself a resistance Cron. So
Yeah.
if Ray or resistance is one of your main teams, try and get yourself a solid resistance Cron. I do like the resistance one where if you target someone else, everyone gets a benefit. So I do like that, because obviously Ray is targeting another resistance.
Yeah.
I run Ray now with R2. There's a bit, yeah. So I would get yourself a solid Ray Cron. I like that one. I like Grievous having a target lock. There's a droid level 6 where everyone always gets target lock or something like that. Every time anyone takes a turn, put target lock. That one's great for Grievous. If you get that one with a lot of health on it, therefore you're going to massively improve your Grievous. And Chupio, yeah, Chupio as well for droids.
Yeah.
And get yourself something for your Dark Trooper. I would say there's a Dark Trooper one where when a droid kills someone, they get a second turn. That's quite good for Dark. So those are kind of the ones I work. But yeah, I agree. I think the Datacrons are becoming a little bit more stat-based over the last 2 or 3 iterations of them, and much less about the individual mechanics of the thing. The mechanics seem to be becoming simpler or more specific to one character. Yeah, so it's more about stats.
All right. Next
And
question.
I should say, I also say, sorry, Ranger. I love armor or defense is a nightmare because most teams, when you're attacking, 100% the person's trying to kill one specific person. So they're going into battle, they're trying to kill one person to prop the entire thing. If that character sporadically has 100% armor or 100% defense, it suddenly makes the entire battle significantly harder. Welcome in, Kate Gaming.
Yes, it's the world famous Kate Gaming. Hello, Kate Gaming.
Hello.
Kate, I need to talk to you for a moment before we get to more of these questions.
Oh boy.
Did you see the stream last night? I don't think you did. You're probably busy with the tree trunk. So we're getting closer to the hot tub stream. We're 20.
You're actually doing that?
Yeah, 2450 is where we're at right now. But see, they were trying to put words in your mouth. I said that you would give
My
me.
mouth?
Yeah, that you said this, and I was calling people out saying you're lying. I just want to set the record straight. You said you would get me the jacuzzi if I needed to, correctly? And you were one of the ones that conspired. Yeah. But what they were saying is...
Finn said he would do it with you in Florida. Or something. Finn said he would do it with you because he has to do his.
Oh, well then we'll set that up. I didn't know about that. But you know what they were trying to say last night?
Yeah, he said that like after.
Oh, okay. So then we'll do that, yeah.
What were they saying?
But here's the dirty thing that they were saying last night, Kate, and I want to set the record straight. They said that you said that you wanted me to do it in a mankini or a bikini.
No, I didn't say that.
Yeah.
No.
So the record's straight here last night, you assholes. That Kate would never say that to me. She's a good friend. She will get me in the jacuzzi, but she does not want to. As much as I've been working out, I got my six pack and everything back. That ain't happening, you know.
It's like bad enough to have to do a hot tub stream.
Yes,
You don't need to add any of that else to it.
Yes, so y'all can get that crap out of here. I am not doing the mankini. They were going in on like, oh, Kate said it. She said. I was like, they were saying like,
no, I did not.
Yeah, they were saying, they were all jumping in the voice channel last night, like, you know, Wolfie and Ram. You know how those vultures are. As soon as they were like,
weren't even there.
I know that, but they were saying you said that. I was like, get the fuck out of here.
No.
They didn't say that. Get out of here. Oh my god. All right. Oh my god.
They weren't even there when it like originally even got brought up.
Yeah.
And I only said it as like a joke. Like I didn't think you were actually gonna.
Well, I came up with a ridiculous number, and I thought it was a ridiculous number. I was wrong. It's slowly being destroyed down, Kate. So you'll see me sooner rather than later, doing a hot tub stream with. Well, I guess I'll go to Florida. Yeah, we'll go Finn. Well, I know Kashmir said that he's got a giant jacuzzi, so that we can just come to his house because he lives near Finn. So I'll fly down.
Finn said he was going to do it in the summer because he wanted to wait till it got warmer. I think that was his reasoning.
Yeah. So, yeah, if we get $2,400, basically, I'm going to be doing a hot tub stream with Finn. God help me. So, yes, but not in the mankini, okay? So the record has been set straight.
No, not in the mankini.
Thank you. Yeah.
I love you, Kate.
Yeah.
Oh, I love you, Aldi.
Okay.
Hi, and congratulations on your great gaming. Your great expertise.
Yeah, I've been watching that.
What is it? Is it great? Oh, yeah. You're doing an incredible job.
Kate expectations.
Great. I keep trying to replace you, but you are doing too good a job.
We called you out in the one. We said like Aldi can be the.
He said I'm doing. He said I'm doing a. Oh yes, I'll do something with him soon. I'm like, oh, I'm still waiting. DMs are open there, but I love you, Kate. Congratulations. Incredible job. We love Sarah too, but great job.
Oh, thank you.
Okay. Yeah. Got more questions here. Question from Michael Polston. What is your best guess as to when we get the first character for the New Republic faction? Who will it be? I don't think we're getting anything from the New Republic series books. I don't think we're getting that anytime soon, guys. It's, you know, the High Republic.
You have the 40th anniversary of Return of the Jedi.
We got Mando season 3. We've got the 40th anniversary. We got Ahsoka around the corner. We got a lot of stuff. Now they haven't even brought characters in from Andor. And you guys also want to say it.
There's 15 years of Clone Wars.
Yeah,
TV
still.
Series.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're going to do anything for that, but there's other stuff.
There's more stuff that they could bring in from that. You know, with Mando season 3, we could get more Mandalorians. There's still characters from Andor that they could bring in to different factions and stuff. Oh, we're still working on Cal Kestis. I don't think we're going to get anything New Republic, High Republic anytime soon for this game. So, it's just.
What else? I don't see this as a missed opportunity. I see it as saving my eyes.
In my balls. Thank you. Yeah.
That too.
Yeah. I like them. I'd like to keep them in, you know, not a squished state. Yeah.
And exposed everywhere on the internet.
Yeah, I don't want to be seen with pictures on the internet the rest of my life. How do I explain that for future job references? Like, is that you in a mankini? Yes, it was. Yes. Hell, next question for Aldous. All right, here's your heli question, Aldous. It says, could you please explain to Rangers that, well, I'm me and I can't help it. My entire purpose in life is to make you guys smile, laugh, because y'all's is my peeps. God, heli.
Look, every army has its front main warriors. It has its backroom commanders. It has its chefs. Look, that's what makes the world a beautiful place. And Haley, you make my world a beautiful place.
Okay.
You make our world a beautiful place. And that is why
Aww.
we need you. We need you in this stream. We need your
Okay.
questions. And we love you. And we hope you have a super quiet day at work. And we hope you're back with us as often as possible.
Well, next question for both of yous. Well, I guess Kate showed up after this, but for all of us, all of yous. Since I took my Gar Suxton and Bubba concept art to Gear 11, just to get their ship a bit stronger to help in the Lothal ship's challenge thing using Tarkin as capital ship. I can't beat it. Why am I still losing? How'd y'all beat yours? Do I just suck at SWGOH too much to win? Well, the thing is, even though at Gear 11 you unlock all the ship abilities, until you can get them to 12 and put 6E mods on, it makes a big difference in the stats and survivability of the ship. You're going to have a tough time with some of these challenges that they throw out with certain ships if they're not... If you only have them at Gear 11, yeah, you can do your abilities, but survivability of those ships is pretty rough. You know, you're trying to knock out this stuff, man. Gear 12. You don't have to take them to Relic. Relic does matter, but if you're just trying to do the bare minimum and you're trying to do ship feats, you're going to have to kind of take them to Gear 12, whether you like it or not. I don't know, Kate, all this, I don't have to tell Heli here, so...
I mean, I'd say that increasingly these galactic challenges are becoming more and more ridiculous.
This last one.
To point of where, like, I know, like, entire guilds are like, no, you can't stun 30 people before you kill them. There is physically no way to do that. And so I'm increasingly finding feats in that galactic nonsense, which is, like, undoable, especially because when it says you've got to get 20-somethings before a set time, you can't drop, like it gets harder the lower the tier because you kill them all.
Yeah.
So it's like it starts to become a little bit pointless. I would be very careful. There's one or two, I think there was one indeed I just looked at and went, nope, not even gonna bother.
This offense one's a pain in the ass because you have to go with the Empire fleet, you have to have the right ships, and then you can't use your ultimate with Tarkin. You just have to sit there and slowly kill them so you can get the 20 offense on them. It was really I did it first try, but it took me, that fight lasts about 10 minutes for me just sitting there, you know, buffing at the right time. You're going to need your shuttle pretty dope, and you're going to need your gauntlet with the least Gear 12 pilots, which is what I went in there with in the starting lineup. Bring shuttle off the bench and because you get offense up with that ship. But yeah, it's nasty. You got to go in there with the lineup, and I hate it.
I really think they need to drop it down so that like level 5 or 8 or 6 has 10 offense ups or 5 offense ups. I think. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah,
I agree.
It's nonsense.
You want to know what I do?
What do you do, Kate?
You're talking about this current Galactic challenge, right? So what I did, bring an executor, put the 3 resistance ships on the bench.
Yep.
and get my 2 Omicrons and call it a day.
Yeah, that's
what I did. Yep.
And sometimes that's what you do. Like the Tuskens.
I don't even care. Like, I mean, the other stuff, yeah, it's great, but like the 2 Omicrons is like
that's all you really care about. Get to tier 8.
Yeah.
You get your Omicrons, and then if you can beat it, better, great. If you can't, then
if I can get all of them, cool. But then if I look at the other feat, I'm like, I don't feel like doing that.
Yeah.
I got my 2 Omicrons. That's all I care about.
That's all.
But that's a problem. Like a problem when they've created a puzzle that they want us to put time and effort into fixing, and we're like, can't be bothered. I'll take your 2 because the rewards aren't worth solving the puzzle. you know,
That is-
tossing
Sir
something in an
Oh, yeah.
auto.
Yeah.
Yeah, toss it in an auto, get your 2 Omicrons, walk off, don't bother. Is
Yeah.
like the advice.
Have you guys noticed? I don't know. I want to. I've been getting a lot of Omicrons here lately in Cantina. Have you guys noticed that? I've been
noticed an increase. Yeah.
Yeah, I've been getting a lot more Omicrons all of a sudden. I'm like,
I wouldn't say a lot.
well, it's way
Maybe a
better than
few
it was.
more.
I am getting Omicrons. Pretty much out of the 2 pools, I'll do one of one data disc and then one of the other. You know, the light blue ones. So I always do one of the heavier ones, the dark blue or the green. I get one there, and sometimes on the other one I get 2. Like I got 2 today, and I'm like, they
I
had to
wouldn't
increase.
say I got 2. I get maybe like 2 a week.
No, I'm getting
but-
way more than that now. I'm getting at least
Oh,
one on my
you
pulls out of all
Don't
the
you
pulls.
dare
I did.
just jinx your luck because you probably.
I'm
jinxed
not
it right
jinxing
now.
anything. I didn't say. I'm just like, I'm just asking. Have you guys seen an increase? In
I've
the
noticed
drop
an
rate?
increase, but I'm not getting one like every day.
'Cause-
There is more. It does seem to have increased,
Yeah.
which is weird. Because you'd think these are the kind of things they might announce and go, hey guys, we're improving it from 0.000001 to 0.0001. And, you know, because it's the kind of positive news story you'd think they'd want to kind of come front and center with and go, hey guys, you know. But yeah, no,
Yeah,
nothing.
I agree.
Nothing.
Okay.
They're also, I would say,
go ahead.
sorry. They're also launching much less Omicrons, and piling like 3 onto one character, which I think is a bad move for them, because I think that now we'll get to the point where we'll start stacking up Omicrons the way that we used to stack up Zetas or still stack up Datas. So I think I think they should have stuck with their kind of launching 1 Omicron on one character every couple of weeks. They've kind of moved away from that, and they're just sticking 3 on an Admiral Trench, 3 on a whatever. Yeah, it's not a good move for me.
All
I
right.
have 2 Omicrons, and I'm like, I don't know what to do with these, like, because we unlocked Reva. I'll have Reva gear 13 tomorrow,
Yeah, Reva.
and I'm just like,
It's Reva.
All
She's
right.
nasty.
yeah, but
She's so
yeah,
good.
but also where I play.
Well, in Maul, you definitely want to have those on Reva. Okay, 'cause
No, because she's GAC.
I thought it was TW with Grand Inquisitor.
No, it's GAC. That's the issue. Trench is TW.
Well, I thought because what you do, what I understood for TW is, yeah, she's GAC, but even her kit is still gross, and you put the unique on Grand Inquisitor
Well, yeah, it's gross.
for
but
TW.
We have the GI ones now, obviously, because they've been around a while.
Yeah,
So.
I mean, you don't need the full 3. The one, I think you need her the 2 and stuff. But yeah, I mean, I will be putting them on because it'll be good in GAC and TW for both of those. Because the Grand Inquisitor one for TW will just make her gross, because with that instant kill, you know, with Jedi and stuff. And then GAC, man, my God, Reva is just gross. I mean, she's.
Well,
so-
yeah. What I have to wait for is, do I need both for Trench? If I don't need both
I'm not
for
bothering
Trench,
with Trench.
Well, I have to.
You have to.
You're gonna
yeah,
use
I play
Trench?
Gauntlet.
Your
I don't
She's
life.
know.
that good of a
I don't
character.
know. I don't. That's what I'm saying. I don't know yet. But
Okay,
I'm
well,
assuming I'm gonna have to gear them up in Relic.
well, play it by ear. See which ones. Follow what your guild says. I mean. You know.
Yeah, that's what I'm like. I'm gonna wait to see what they say.
Mm-hmm. Hello to Boss. He's in the chat. We also have Adahan224. He says, "Good evening, Ranger. Good evening, my friend." Oh God. Alex with a question for world famous Cake Gaming. Okay. Says, why wouldn't you take such a golden opportunity and not demand Ranger do the hot tub stream in a mankini? You're world famous. It could have made it happen. You
I
made
don't
her
want to
smile.
say it.
Yeah. Her power
Simple
has
as that.
responsibility. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not gearing up Trench. I just until I know for sure like what's going to happen here. I mean, I'll unlock him at 7 stars, but I'm getting ready to do Dr. Aphra. I got Reva, and I've got Cal Kestis. I'm working on. Trench is not a priority for me.
My Afra is still sitting with no Omicrons either because I'm waiting to see what to do about Trench.
Yeah, you know, so it's like, you know, Trench, he's a good character, but am I going to make that kind of investment on that character until I know he's got a ship or something? Because
Can I just say, I am not excited for Trench at all.
I'm not either.
No.
I mean,
It's Spider-Man.
I don't care.
No.
No, you're right. You're right. I don't think anyone. I don't think anyone is. I think I think Trench is one of the characters they've launched that's missing a piece. There is 1 or 2 bits missing, and yes, everyone says yes, you'll get a ship, but I also feel there's a character missing. And or he is the lifter of a future GL.
I don't think he is. I think what they're trying to do is move Want over to that team. I think we're getting a lifter for C sooner rather than later. But until that happens, I'm not taking Want away from C. There's no, you know. I mean,
I've switched. I used to agree with everyone saying it'll definitely be GL Leia, it'll definitely be this. I've actually started now switching to thinking that actually Trench is the lifter for a GL.
They would announce that.
I don't know about that, because with the 40th anniversary Return of Jedi, I'm almost positive we're gonna end up getting like an Endor Leia as a GL.
Yeah, I'm still on
well,
that
what to do? Okay. Well, then tell everybody to waste all of their stuff on Rebels and Endors and Ewoks. And then if you were Capital Games and everyone in the community was saying, put all your resources over here, wouldn't it make smart business sense to go, oh, it's Admiral Trench? And everyone be like, oh, shit.
Well, they're going to do what they're going to do. I'm just saying, when you look at the tea leaves and just how they do things, right?
The way it should go. It's the way it should go.
They're pretty consistent with that. There's been curveballs here and there, but for the most part, like, I thought...
But like, going off of Aldi's saying, what do you think the GL would be if Trench is a lifter?
Yeah, the one faction that doesn't have it is Rebels. What's the other faction you think needs a GL? Because that's one thing that you get.
Separatists don't have a GL.
Separatists. It'll be a Separatist GL.
Okay, but who's going to be the Separatist GL that rises to the level of GL?
I don't know. I don't know enough about it. But...
I do, and I can't think of one.
Okay, but like I say, I'm only saying that a Separatist GL, everybody thinks it's got. Everybody's been relicking their Ewoks. Everybody thinks it's GL Leia. There's videos out there saying it's definitely GL Leia.
But that's not where they're going to make their money. You know where they're going to make that cash.
They make their money
on the marquees.
They're
going to make their money on those.
Darth Tyrannus. See, Darth Tyrannus again. This is what I said it was in the preamble. It could be, and we could see a Darth Tyrannus. We could see a better Sith Separatist fleet. We could see a move in that direction, and then we could come back to GL Leia after that one, and everybody be a little bit kind of like moving in the wrong direction. I'm only saying that. Look, I'm trying to give a different viewpoint.
Yeah,
I'm trying to give a different viewpoint.
Possibility, but I think with the 40th anniversary Return of the Jedi, yeah, you can get those characters geared up, but just like they did with Jabba, those marquees, if you want her sooner, and she's a more popular character that people do want, right? You know, yeah, we know about the Ewoks; they'll be a part of it, but those 3 or 4 marquees that they're going to do like they did with Jabba, where only some of them will be farmable by the time the GL comes live, you know, that kind of thing, where they try to push you, and depending on how good her kid is, people will spend on that character. That's where they're going to make their money, a more popular character. I'm not saying you're wrong, that they could go Darth Tyrannus, but I don't think they're going to make as much money as they would for GL Leia, and something that the fans have really wanted.
Could you imagine if they introduced GL Leia and then like the marquee characters being like a new Luke to pilot, Red 5, a new Rex, like an Endor Rex?
We could get Captain Han or General Han, you know, for Endor Han. You know, it could be some characters like that, or Lando, a new Lando, because
I would be so excited, like, because that's also then building into like a new Rebel fleet, like
or Rebel team,
both. Like, how cool would it be if we get like Rogue Squadron?
That would be great too, man. I'm down for it. You know, if that could bring in Red 5, I'm down for it too. You know, another fan favorite that's been wanted for a long time.
There's no reason why people have Red 5 in the game. It still boggles my mind.
Maybe Red 5 is the Return of the Jedi celebration, and they go Darth Tyrannus as the GL. Everybody's saying, oh God, it must be the two together. I don't know. Look, I'm trying to give a different opinion. I actually think that it would have made, if they'd announced the GL 3 or 4 months ago, I would have gone Leia. The fact that they've delayed it, the fact they've done nothing, the fact they've skipped off to do the Jedi Fallen Order game, the fact they're doing Cal Kestis, that to me means that we are not going to get this GL for 3 to 4 months.
It'll be fall, like August, September timeline. They'll make the announcement, but we won't get the character until then, like Jabba.
It's going to be super. It's there for me. It's going to be super late. Therefore, I'm a little bit kind of. We might go through. There's a word earlier on about the Sith capital ship and Sith fleets and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's still up in the air. Well, we got a lot of stuff in the air. We still have
Then we'll go through that.
we still have to get the whole Cal Kestis team and then the Cal Kestis Survivor event right now. We've got the raid. Everyone's forgot about the raid coming around the corner too. That's a big deal too, and that's involving a lot of teams like Hut Cartel, the Jawas, Mandalorians. There's still more on that we have to get ready for as well. So that's two big things right there that's coming out through, I'd say, June, right? They just added the new Cal event in TB. So again, that's going to be something that they're looking at. They'll make the announcement. We know how they are. Every year they've done it for the last couple of years. That July, August time frame, we get that goddamn capital ship we weren't expecting, and we're looking at the Sith, the one that was kind of leaked. But there's that you got to think about with Trench being out there. What are they going to do with him? And then we'll get the GL announcement. And as you said, we'll start getting the marquees for that. They won't say it's for that, but they'll, you'll be like, okay, come on. If you're putting out Bougie Leia, we kind of think we know who the GL is going to be. If you're putting out, Chrysanthemum and you're putting out Lando, we can kind of see what the GL is going to be. So there'll be some tea leaves, some hints dropped, but I don't think we're going to get other than maybe announcement. And I still don't even know if they'll do it during Celebration or even soon on the GL. They may wait on Leia.
Well, aren't we waiting on the road ahead, like in April?
Yeah, but that's mainly going to be, I think, if I'm reading things correctly, it's going to be more about the raid, the reward structure, that kind of stuff. They could do a GL announcement or something along those lines on top of that.
Because I think they usually do like here's the next GL, and it's kind of like prepping you for.
Yeah, they didn't do that for Jabba though, which was strange.
My understanding is they're not at Star Wars Celebrations.
Oh, they're not. Oh, because it's in London.
Well, yeah. So I'm flying down next week.
Or where's it's in London?
Shameless
right?
plug. It's in London.
Yeah.
I'm going next Friday, so 6 days time. But there's no EA listed and there's no Capital Games listed as a booth. So whether or not they haven't got on the website yet, but I think it's incredibly interesting that, and I think it's one of the main signs I look at the game and where the health of the game is. For a Star Wars mobile game to not be at Star Wars Celebrations is a little odd. I don't know. They might be there. Maybe they'll be there in person. But I'm going next Friday.
It's in London,
live.
Right? I'm not making that up,
yeah,
right?
It's London.
It's in London.
Yeah.
It's in London. So it's not down the road the way it was last year. It's in London.
Yeah.
I just think it's a bit odd. I think it's very strange that they aren't listed. Like, I would have thought they'd already be, because last year they were already saying we're going to be at Star Wars Celebrations. Here's our booth. We're doing a thing with the people next door from KOTOR. It's very exciting. Whereas this year it's like we're in London. Ignore that. Yeah, I don't know. So I'll go next week, but I will report back. But yeah, if they're there, I'll get you all free crystals. I have all your codes. Anyway, moving on. But yeah, anyway.
You're fulfilling you. Ellie with another. Oh, Desi's in chat. Hello, Desi. Lovely Desi. She did a great job last night, Kate. She's been doing
Sexy over
the voice.
Yeah, she's been doing the voice. Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
It's really difficult when you're trying to do a shoe and you're hearing that.
That's great.
Yeah, I thought Ram was going to choke last night. And of course, he was getting dicked in the ear too when it was happening. So yeah. Helly, next question for me. Oh, when is the next Archie charity stream? I'd like to budget a couple bucks and set them aside so I can help with your next worthy cause. We are waiting to hear back from the ACS folks. Finn reached out to him last week. Again, we hadn't heard from him in a bit because, again, I've got the costume now. So we'll kick off our campaign, but we're trying to coordinate with them, like how we're going to kick it off. We will stream, of course, but we want to visit like some children's hospitals in the armor and do some giveaways and things of that nature for kids. On top of doing our normal stuff, where we'll have a stream where we just have everybody on and we play games and raise money for the ACS. So we'll stay tuned. We're waiting to hear back from the ACS folks. We got to coordinate with them. And yeah, so, and we'll try to coordinate, and we also try to coordinate. So if I am going to go down to Florida, which I could, I'll take my stuff with me and I'll go down there and we'll do the hot tub stream, but we'll also do, on that weekend, we'll do the hot tub stream, but the previous day we'll go visit like a children's hospital and, visit the kids in the cancer ward and do all that stuff. But yeah, we'll let you know. I talked to Finn last week, and he's waiting to hear back from them. So Kate's trying to get the best angle. Okay, there we go.
No, I got a new ring light and a new webcam too, technically, and I've been trying to figure out where to put them.
No, it's perfect.
Did Zareth force you?
Oh yeah, totally.
Oh, that
bastard!
I know. What a nightmare that
No.
man
What
is.
a bastard!
No,
Let's get him, everybody. Let's get
No,
Zareth.
I've known my setup. It's looked very even on Jedi Academy. If you go back and look at older ones I've been in, it looks very dark. And
Oh yeah.
it bothered me so badly. And then we did the first video. I'm like, God, this looks like utter crap. So then I was like, all right.
You were told by Zareth.
No,
Just
he
admit
didn't.
it.
No, he actually didn't.
You got so many angry DMs.
No, I did not. But I'm trying. I'm still messing with this light. I just don't
It's
know.
fine. It looks good. It looks
You
good.
look great.
Well,
you look great
No,
today.
I had
you look
it
great today.
over
No,
here,
where you have
and
it
it
right
was
now is perfect.
lighting
Yeah, where you have it right now is
it's
perfect.
good.
Yeah.
But over there it was lighting up half the face, and I mean, I feel like I looked really washed out, but that's just me.
I have lights on. I don't care what I look like. So
Kate, you want a pro tip? Get yourself a blue light and light half your face. It gives you a Star Wars hotness.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Like it gives an otherworldly kind of thing. You know, everybody looks at you going, hang on, is half your face blue? Anyway, also you have a green wall behind you. It looks very
I
strange.
know. Well, all my work stuff is
But you look great. You look great.
they look great.
Oh, thank you.
It works.
So now we got the good lighting.
Yeah, we have
Sort of, for now.
The lighting's been fixed. That's all that matters. Yes. Helly, question for the panel. Thoughts on the possibility of Sith ships, a Nihilist capital ship coming to the game? I would love to see it. My lowest geared Sith is Relic 5, so I have a bias, you guys. I don't really care. Just get us ships. Please, God, we need more ships.
Read it.
We need more bloody ships. If they do the Sith ships, we saw the thing that happened with the EA leak and stuff. I mean, so sure, but ships, we know Zori's ship's going to come eventually. We know we're going to get her ship to help boost up the resistance. You can put money down. When, I don't know. With the Rebels coming out, we could get Red 5 to boost up a Rebel, the Rebel team, the Akbar team, not the Radis team. I could see them with making the combination of Biggs, Wedge, and Luke. Red 5 is a thing. But if they want to bring in a whole Sith fleet, cool. Just do it. Get it in already, goddammit. I mean, I would be great because a lot of us do have our Sith relic already. The ship farms on those suck. I mean, Sith Fighter is trash. They're gonna have to rework that ship. It's just not good unless they boost it with the faction and ship and team. Sith Bombers is solid. Marauder's a solid character, but we'd have to have at least 3 more ships with that, at least, or 2 more. Because if you count Maul, because he's a Sith ship, you're not gonna put Palpatine's shuttle in there. They're gonna need a couple more ships, and they can bring those in. They're going to go say Nihilist's capital ship or something. I don't know. What do you guys think on the whole Sith fleet thing?
Do you think at all they've kind of been putting this off? It was supposed to come sooner. They've been putting it off because of the leak?
I'll tell you this much. That's a high probability, Kate.
Which Ranger cannot comment on.
Oh no, I'm not in the loop. I'm not in the loop anymore.
Yeah, but you would be.
You would have known if it was coming.
Well, yeah, I do get leak information. So.
For me, I disagree. I don't think we're getting a Sith fleet. There was obviously a leak of the Sith, maybe a Malgus-based Sith ship. We talked a little bit about it previously. But we're still short of at least 1 or 2 ships.
2
I think the other problem with Sith is that almost everybody has all of them relicked up. So there's little to no money in launching a Sith ship. For me, that's why I think that's why I'm going to nail my mouse to a separatist kind of trench. The Sith might kind of work in there. There might be a cross tag thing.
Well, if they make
especially
it Malgus,
especially if it's Darth Tyrannus, you can see both a Sith and a separatist working. You can see Darth Trench making some sense. But yeah, for me, Sith short for me.
Well, if Malgus did have his own capital ship, so go ahead, Kate.
No, but you saw the post they made like last week where they accidentally put the new Fury class ships, and Zareth looked it up. I didn't look it up, but apparently it was a Lego set, and it has Malgus and Sith Empire Trooper as the pilots. But then that opens up a whole new thing of.
But that's only our sixth Sith ship. Sixth ship. Difficult for people in Glasgow to say that phrase.
I almost messed it up in the video, and I almost.
Oh, you'd be shouted at.
Six ships.
Which isn't enough. Which means we're actually still missing 2 or 3. You like. So yeah, I don't know. For me,
but they gave us a resistance fleet with 4 ships.
But I do think I expect the Sith ship, the Elite, to be a one of those what's those things where we speed run for 5 days.
The chase.
Galactic chase.
The greatest event ever, huzzah!
I expect it to be a galactic chase on that one. And I reckon that'll just make like a Sith kind of thing, but I don't think anything. Like I say, I said it earlier on. I feel like Trench, this Sith ship, and everything is missing so many pieces, and it's just not. It's like looking at a quarter of a jigsaw, in my opinion.
Okay. All right.
I will complete that quarter of a jigsaw quite easily.
Welcome, everybody that's coming into the chat. Glad to have you here on the Jedi Academy. ND Richardson says, question, what about a A-Wing with Green Leader with Return of the Jedi 40th coming up? Absolutely. I mean, there's so many ships they could do.
Give me all of them.
Yeah, we need them.
Why is there some ships that are in the game, but we don't have those?
And they could easily do this, man.
People would wail on them, too.
Yeah,
That's easy money.
Great cash, homie. I don't get it, but, ships has always been the redheaded stepchild of this game. And I can say that because I'm a redheaded stepchild. I have gingivitis condition. Look it up.
I agree, but disagree. I think, actually, to be honest, for me, ships is more healthy than characters at the moment. I think ships has a better rock, paper, scissors, lizard, Spock meta of that will beat that, that will beat that, that will beat that. I'm actually a bit worried for ships if they bring another 1 or 2 into it, that they kind of disrupt that quite badly. And we end up the same as characters, where you end up with kind of broken character people that you can beat and stuff.
I don't know. We're lacking this. I mean, last year was definitely the year of the ship, and they did a great job. We had like 9 ships that came in, but they need to keep that pace going. And they started off well this year with what they put out. So we just need more, and we need resistance.
But today you cleared. You last night on your JAC stream, you cleared Profundity, Executor, and Negotiator with not them.
I clear with I've got all the ships maxed and everything. So, but here's the thing. Even though I did well, Rambam got smoked because of the RNG factor. So the same fleets he went into to do the same thing because he was facing the same thing, the same top 3 ships, and I think he made a boo-boo on one of the lineups. But regardless, he got destroyed.
Ships is currently a random. It's got a random element in it, which some people love, some people don't. I think the people that are calling for more ships, I think you're also calling for a 4th one on defense, and like an expansion, which I would never call for. So I'm happy with 3 on defense, and I think where ships are fine. But yeah, I think their ships expansion I am worried about. I think the ships expansion might not go well. Yeah.
Only if they don't bring in, say, because we've got the capital ships. They need to bring in more ships so we can fill that out. If they do that, then I'm okay with them expanding at high level, GAC and stuff, that additional fleet, right? TW doesn't matter because there's only 2 fleet zones. There's only so much you can do, right? I mean, it is what it is. But for GAC purposes, if they want to say Kyber 1, 2, maybe 3, expand it to 4 because of the amount of ships, if they can bring them in, I'm okay with that. Don't do it for the rest of the goddamn people because they don't have them. I mean, that's the other thing that bothered me about the last expansion of ships when we went to 3. It's like, you do know Kyber 3, 4, and 5 don't have half this shit, right? What are you doing? You can't just blanket do
I put like trash fleets on.
Yeah, it was horrible.
I was like, I don't have anything else, so whatever.
And if you
I think you should just go straight down the Raid Shadow Legends thing and just kind of like, okay, it's £10,000. You buy a fleet that is unbeatable. And you know what? If you just want to cheese the game here, give us £10,000. You know, because I think that's where they're going. It just gets kind of difficult at that point where you're like, hang on, we're not playing a game anymore. We're playing something where that can't be. I don't know. I don't know. Please don't. But I can imagine they would.
Yeah,
Anyway,
ships continue to they just need some more love. I mean,
I prefer ships. I guarantee I prefer ships today than I will in a year's time.
Well, let's see what they do.
In a year's time, I think they'll be worse than they are today.
It depends. It always comes down to what they bring in and how it interacts. That's the big thing, right? And you're not wrong there, Alice, because they have a horrible track record in the last, I'd say, 6 months of everything being broken when it comes in. I mean, and not thoroughly tested. It's hard to say, but it's true.
I think they're doing a great job at the moment, but I think we have 9 fleets, which works well and 3 on defense. However, I think when we move to 10 fleets and 11 fleets, I don't think they work as well. When we have 3 on defense, so they might put 4 on defense, and then I think it'll work even worse.
I don't know. We got to wait and see. I mean, until
the progression is difficult for me.
Well, yeah, we got to see what it leads to. But but right now, like, Resistance fleet is, it needs some love.
But that's nonsense. Yeah, that's nonsense.
We should have that. The Radis team, or the Akbar team now, because of Profundity, is in. But that's more of a cleanup team now. You're not going to go. It needs another ship or 2 to make it, back to where it was, because we pulled Falcon and those ships to the Profundity. So they've got to go in and, Mace is just sitting there. The Mace capital ship, it has nothing. I mean, you're not going to ever use it, so that fleet's completely gone. Plus, you were going to put that on with the Negotiator. Why wouldn't you? Because it's just a better capital ship and it just does better. It's, so it's like there's some fleets like Resistance, Akbar, Mace. There's 3 fleets that either don't have the ships, suck, or combination of both. They're missing ships to make those fleets viable. Because actually, if you think about it, you have 7 fleets really legitimately. So that means if you have all the ships done right now, you've got 3 on defense, 3 on offense, and you've got a floater or 2 that you can use to clear 7-8 fleets, that you can go in and have some backup. But your backup's going to be Resistance and or the Akbar team to go clean up something that you didn't win because of the RNG. So yeah, I think we just need more ship loving.
Let's move the Holdo back to where it was in testing, where it was a lot like you prop the death thing far quicker. And I think that we just need that little tweak dialed back a tiny bit. In my opinion, I think Holdo needs to hit her Holdo maneuver on about turn 3, and maybe something coming in on as a Resistance 1 that will reduce her cooldowns. I think is probably the way forward.
Yeah, I think that's when the Zori Bliss ship comes in. To see her character come in and give it a couple months, you'll see that ship come in, and then that'll be the one ship that they need to. They needed the tank. We got the tank, but they need the additional firepower ability thing to make the ship. I agree with you, to maybe reduce the cooldown by 1 of Holdo, or buff the other team up. But I think we'll wait and see on that. But as I said, there's a lot of work still left to do on ships, and they need to commit to it. And it's just they've been doing a better job this last year and into this year.
I've always loved the ship guy with his ship balance. I always thought the ship guy had good balance, and I think he's got it kind of close. I worry that somebody from the higher up's going to get involved and tell him, right, launch 55 new ships next week, and he's going to lose his control, because I honestly think that the guy has a kind of good kind of will give you the Executor, and then about a year later you get the Profundity, and then a year later you get this, and I like the ship guy.
I will say this: they've done a much better job of spacing out releases. Unlike, remember the great marquee craziness of 2018 or wherever it was, where we had so many marquees we didn't know what to do with ourselves. There were so many characters in the game, and we were just all over the place on like who to go for first and farm and all this other shit. I don't think they're doing that anymore. But you could tell with their spacing, and that there is, regardless of whether the shit's working or not, they are
There's a plan.
there's a plan in place, and you
There's
can
a
see the
plan.
plan. You know, so
We
yeah.
might not like the plan, but there is a plan.
There is a plan.
I always feel where the character person may have lost their plan. I genuinely think the ship person always had their plan, and whoever's running that side, that I've never seen them go off key. I've seen them kind of, right, I'll give you the negotiator, and then I'll give you the exec, you know, the malevolence, and I'll get, you know, they've always had kind of like a paced plan about it, and I've always loved the ship. Whoever's designing the ships to me is perfect. And for me, little steps is better, and I love what the guy does. Yeah, I like it.
All right. Helenix question says, question for the panel. What are your overall thoughts on The Mandalorian and the Bad Batch shows? I'm waiting for both to finish so I can binge watch them. What do you rate each show? Well, I've got a whole review. Oh, it says A+, B+, B- C. I've got my reviews out for these shows on the channel. You can go watch me and Kashmir give our thoughts. He wasn't big on the Bad Batch finale. I liked it a hell of a lot more than he did. I thought Bad Batch... I'll say that Bad Batch is a B+ for me, because when Bad Batch is on fire, it is phenomenal. There is some incredible lore and moments in this season of Bad Batch that just was like, you know, to see some of the stuff that they hit. No spoilers. So it's a B+. Now we get to The Mandalorian, it's an A for me. Mandalorian's been just incredible. This last episode was fantastic, man. Again, no spoilers. I can't say why I think it's where it is, but man, I was just sitting there going, I rated this last episode extremely high because I was in it. This was incredible episode, and I'm really digging Mandalorian. I know there's been some, I don't give it an A+ because I knew why they had to do
There's been a lot of setup.
Yeah, but it's starting to pay off. This last episode paid off big time, man. Holy God. And then I heard certain words. I'm like, let's go. I predicted, let's go, baby. It's time. Yes, this is the way. Bad Batch, I would say episode 3, fire. 6, really good. 7 and 8, phenomenal. 9, good. 10 drove me absolutely the wall. I wanted to drop the show after that one. But then 11 to the end of this season. I know some people didn't think it felt like a season finale. There were some major things that happened. I liked it a lot, but you know, it's subjective. I liked it a lot more than people did, but there were some really... Bad Batch got hard at the last 5 episodes, man. If you didn't see Bad Batch, man, those are some hard pipe hitting mofrackers. This show.
I didn't see season 2 yet.
That's okay.
I watched like 1 episode or 2, and then I got sidetracked.
Well, and the season finale and everything that happens, and again, no spoilers, but it made me go back and some of the what we called filler. I'm like, I see what you were doing there. It wasn't so much, it was filler, but it had purpose in the filler. It felt like filler, but there was actually reasons why they had these moments in there. So it made more sense. But I think Bad Batch could have been cut down to 12 episodes, honestly. And they still could have had a really good show. But I think some of these episodes that were just like, okay, I know what you're going for, but you could have cut this to 12. That's why I give it a B+. But yeah, there's some fire episodes. 7 and 8 were just, you know. But I think 12 episodes would have been right about what they needed. There's some stuff they could have cut out and got to. I think it would have been more, you know, more focused than it was. But yeah, I'm really B+ for me on Bad Batch. Not an A, because there was some stuff I'm like, oh God. But there was some really fire stuff. And I think if you watch it congruently, you'll pick up on things more than watching it weekly like I did. But Mandalorian, A. I'm so in the Mandalorian right now. My God, it's so good. Go ahead, Aldous. What are your thoughts?
Okay, so obviously not seen Bad Batch because I'm not under 10. It's a cartoon. Don't watch cartoons.
Disagree with that, man.
Mandalorian. Okay, well, I dealt with that quickly. Mandalorian. I think Mandalorian is brilliant. I love what they're doing. My only problem with Mandalorian is I think Disney are using it as an advertisement platform for their future content. So
they're trying to do a Marvel thing. Yeah, they said so.
They're trying to do a Marvel thing. So you keep having the Mandalorian walk past like a billboard going, "Hey, is this Andor?" And you're like, "What's going on?" It's like, or you have like a random character turn up and going, "You know this guy? He's from Star Wars," and you're like, No,
I haven't got that sense at all here on this one.
there is a bit. I think both the last series. I think Book of Boba Fett. I think this.
Well, Book of Boba
I
Fett
think
did
they're
it, but
trying. They're trying to build a lot more around it. I think the Mandalorian season 1 was brilliant. Season 2 was very, very, very good. This one is very, very good, and I love all 3 of them.
It's hard to talk about without talking about just the epic moments that have been in this season. Oh my god!
But I really wish they would kind of trust their heart. I loved Andor, and Andor was kind of standalone.
I still haven't. I watched one episode.
Watch it, Kate. It goes.
I just couldn't get into the first.
Is there an unfollow button on your channel?
Trust me, Kate.
I'm trying to find.
It's slow build up. 1, episode 2, slow build up, and then 3.
I don't like slow build up shows.
But it's worth it. The moments, Kate, I'm telling you, man, the 2 best speeches I've ever heard in Star Wars are in Andor. And there's a reason why, because as you get through this show and you start really clinging on to what they're doing in these characters, you follow Mon Mothma and you follow Andor. Luthien is one of my favorite characters in Star Wars now. He is incredible. And oh my god, the moments in Andor, man, they hit, and when they hit big, dude. I mean, Andy Serkis in this was ridiculously good. So yeah, it's a taste, but I would say try to get through the first 3 episodes, Kate.
I was still gonna go to the next one.
Yeah, but you will. You'll see the build up, and then when those action moments hit, oh my god.
For me,
oh
my
god.
Andor didn't look like Star Wars. It wasn't like a Star Wars series. It was like proper sci-fi, and I thought it was brilliant because I like other sci-fi, and therefore I love what they did in it. And it was a slow build, and it was beautiful what they did.
It's a spy thriller. It's a heist film.
There is zero force. There's no Jedi walks in at the end and goes, "I defeat you." You know,
it's a different series.
It's a proper kind of like microcosm. I love what they did there. I'd like Mandalorian just to spend a little bit less, being a little bit cartoony and trying to set up. I feel as though I'm watching like a spin-off for future series.
Oh, I don't get that at all. I think they're for me, Mandalorian is, you can't compare them. Like, you just can't. You can't compare Andor because it's a different thing than in different circumstances and different characters. In Andor, it's all about the Andor story, the rebellion, and what I really love about Andor, the inner workings and stuff of the Empire. You get some crazy good stuff with that. Mandalorian's about the Mandalorians this season. It is about Jin's story. It's about Bo's story. It's about that, and I'm loving it. You know, and they're doing a phenomenal job.
Series 3 is better than Series 2, I would say. I think that Series 3 looked to me like have a better arc than Series 2. So I loved Series 1. Series 2 for me got a little bit weird.
Well, it was about, there was some stuff in there, but it was about, his journey with Grogu in Season 2, about finding his people. And there's some fire scenes in Season 2. The introduction of Ahsoka was ridiculous, and then the ending, and I think the finale of Season 2 of Mando. Oh my god. I've seen all the reactions on YouTube, people just crying and losing their minds on that finale. But yeah, again, this is subjective. If you think it's not as good, that's okay. I'm not going to disagree with you. And if you have your opinion on it, that's fine. But you're going to ask my opinion, that's what I think. I think they're doing a really good job with the Mando.
Look, but don't get me wrong. Content is good content. The fact that we have these things is amazing.
We live in a very special time.
The ability to pick and choose which ones you want to see, like Kate, who doesn't like Star Wars, and Ranger, who watches all Star Wars, and I, who only watch Mandalorian. It's the beautiful thing we have.
You watched Andor. You watched Andor.
I love you, Kate.
I watched like Clone Wars and all of them. It's just, and I don't know, something, I don't know. I'll watch the next one.
But yeah, I would say, yeah, but you know.
Well, because my dad said it was good too. Like he really liked it, and he's like, "You'll like it. You just got to give it some time." I'm like,
yeah, it takes time. Filoni builds stuff up with his stories, you know, and you see that in Clone Wars. You saw that in Rebels, and you're seeing that in other stuff. That there is a build up. There, these moments come back and they matter. So I'm enjoying it. We are very blessed. I was telling the story that when I was a kid growing up after Return of the Jedi, young little ranger, we didn't have anything but the books. For about 10, 12 years, all we had were the books and the comics. That's it. That's the only Star Wars we had. We had Heir of the Jedi and then the book series that came from that, Rogue Squadron. That's all we had. Up tree
I've
trunks.
been sitting on my bookshelf.
And so, and then, yeah. And then the games started taking off in the late 90s, early 2000s, and then the prequels came out. And then, you know, but even then, when the prequels came out, we had some video games, but we still only had the books and the comics and stuff. It wasn't until, I would say, around 2005, 2004, when we started getting the MMORPG and the media started shifting, that we started getting all this stuff. So, yeah. Uncle Vince, what's going on, buddy? Yes, Helly, yeah, it's Bad Batch is done. You can watch it. All the way through, no interruptions. Uncle Vince says, question for the panel. I jumped in late. Has the Red 5 data mine been discussed already? I'm going to say this.
It's April Fool's.
It's April Fool's.
It's April Fool's Day.
I mean,
so people
I'm
that don't...
secretly hoping that the April Fool's part of it is Ray Pilot, but
yeah. So people that don't know, there was a data mine of artwork showing like a Red 5 called Ship X-Wing Red 5 Ray -Tex on the forums. It is nonsense. There is no way that's true. It is a classic.
April
I
Fool.
love it.
Yes,
I love it. It is
the old
April
bait and switch.
It is a bit of it. Would we? But I think. But I would like. Okay, we all want Red 5.
I'm over
what
Red 5.
It's like so mean to just put it as an April Fool's joke, knowing like everybody wants it.
Yeah. Well, you know, it's been a 7 or 8 month April Fool's from Mr. Head. Like, literally, oh God, Red 5 every week. And God, he's been sitting there for 8 months going, this will be very good. This will be very good. We'll get them. No one.
It's been like literally since August when they did the August Burns Red. I'm like, oh, Red 5's coming. Oh, yeah, it's still not here.
Yeah, I mean, it's just at this point, Red 5, when it comes in, it comes in. I'm over it. I don't care. If they're gonna bring it in, great. If not, then I'm just past it because I've been dealing with this shit for years, and I'm just like, okay.
The artwork, the data mine artwork is not CG artwork. It is not like it's not even like it's not like a picture of the it's not even. It's just like random bits of shit.
So somebody in the Reddit comment that it was Red 3 from that wing artwork.
It's just no matter. It's okay. April Fool's, guys. It's April the 1st. Come on.
That person.
No,
that person should go outside.
Come on, guys. Come on. Use our critical thinking here. Come on. Come on, guys. Yeah.
We are smart people here. This is Jedi Academy. This is not
well,
Jedi.
I don't know about all that, but I mean, we're not.
This is not Padawan Academy.
Sure about that?
It might be. But yeah, it's a good April Fool's. Actually, to be honest, of all the April Fools, it's a pretty cool kind of stuff from the data miners to kind of do that.
Because we want Red 5. That's so cool.
Well, yeah, but they could have done it a little bit better. They could have done like more of, because when there is new stuff added, they do it in kind of like 3 or 4 different images. They could have probably spammed the images, but just did a single image. So they obviously kind of, yeah. Anyway, it is Sig having fun. Oh, I'm pretty sure. I love it. Yeah, Sig, what a legend again in the community. Yeah. Anyway.
Come on, guys. Come on, homies. You know the deal.
Yeah.
You know what's up.
So rude.
Yeah, I avoided any. I wouldn't do... In fact, I warned everyone. I was like, look, I'm not going to do an April Fool. I'm not going to dupe you. But remember, I'm doing the Merrin kit reveal tomorrow on my stream.
Yeah, I got some beachfront property to sell you in Arizona too.
Yeah.
Wait, Marin Kit reveal. What?
I did it today
April
on my
Fools.
stream. It was an April Fool's joke. I did, like, honestly, Kate, for God's
Well,
sake.
we should be getting the Marin Kit reveal like soon.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we'll get it
tomorrow.
this. We should get it. No, it will not
tomorrow.
be tomorrow.
Tuesday?
All right.
Probably
Tomorrow
Tuesday.
on my
Yes.
channel.
Yes.
Be
okay.
Tuesday.
Okay. Yes. No, we should. If they're saying it looked like a pretty good solid 2-week cycle there, Kate, we should get Marin Kit this real, and maybe Marin because it's
Well, we
2 weeks.
haven't gotten anything in like literally like 2 or 3 weeks. 'cause,
Well, we
like,
yeah, last week was not, or this past week was nothing, but the previous week we got Sear, so we got all her stuff. So if they're
Yeah,
doing
but we
2 weeks,
knew that before.
I know, but I think with these next 3 characters, it'll be like a Tuesday, Wednesday kit reveal, Thursday event. Every 2 weeks. kind of
Yeah.
thing, cycle that they go on. So yeah. Hallie with more questions. Christ, it says question for Kate: has Ollie ever regaled you with the tale of how his online? No,
I have a different name.
No,
okay, no, I have a different story. No, I have a different
no.
I
story.
have heard the story.
we know about
no.
the Sandfly stuff. I gave in and let you tell the story of the Sandfly. That's about as far as I'm
No,
gonna go.
I have a different online name.
I don't care.
What's that?
Sorry. Moving on. Not.
Okay,
I'll-
no, okay.
No.
Please follow. Okay, no, please follow. Go to kick.com and follow Arnold T101. It is a looped video showing content from his YouTube channel. Please subscribe and donate to Arnold T101. That is definitely not me. And I'm
April
definitely
Fools!
not. I'm definitely not skimming money from everyone who donates to Arnold T101 on kick.com. Please do that.
Stop
It's true. That's my new name is Arnold T101 on Kick.
Okay.
But I just.
Oh my God.
Moving on from that nonsense, and yes, Helly, I do love the interactions, but when you do stuff like that, Helly, it makes me want to find you, harm you, in game. Yeah, Carbonite Han kit reveal was pretty good too. I wish when they had done that though, that they had made it the Peter Griffin one, like Peter Griffin Carbonite Han was coming into the game. So as soon as he starts melting, he starts farting like he did in the Family Guy Star Wars, and he just apologizes. Oh yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, that's bad. Yeah, oh, that's been in there for a while. Oh god. Oh yeah, that's bad. That's really bad. What else in 3? Why are you jumping on the bandwagon with this shit? It says, why does Arnold look so different without a beard and under blue light? That's so odd.
Okay. I am exploiting a lawless society like the Outer Rim by stealing and streaming someone else's content for my
Awful.
own profitable gain.
Just
This is
awful.
exactly what you'd expect a scoundrel to do.
Yes.
This is okay. Honestly, it's 100% illegal. I would say unethical, but it's doable, which is the most important thing. And I make money. Thank you.
Yeah. Great.
Please like and subscribe on kick.com.
Please don't.
Please do.
No. How about no? Oh my god. YouTube. Yeah. Oh my
We'll be
god.
bad. We'll be bad for YouTube tomorrow. I apologize. Okay. Everything I said is a complete lie. Do not do that. That is not true.
Oh, too late. We're already demonetized. All right. April Fools. Question for Ranger. I'd love to meet up with you in real life. We'd be best friends, or you'd kill me. One or the other. I would think you would rock, man. Oh yeah. Well, I'll be down in Florida. Eventually. I'm gonna be in Vegas, July 5th to the 8th. That's my 7-year anniversary of streaming. For RSG. That's gonna be my birthday weekend. It's gonna be off the chain. So yeah, there's a lot happening that week, July 5th through the 8th. So yeah, me and TJ's birthdays are both that weekend. He'll be there. So we got a lot of stuff coming up. And if we get the jacuzzi stream going, then I'll be flying down to Florida and doing the jacuzzi stream. I'm trying to coordinate that with the Macia stuff, but we'll see. A lot of stuff down the pipe. We got our switch to Twitch.
Haley, I'll be in New York at some point soon. So yeah, I'd love to buy you a beer, and you can ask me silly questions all night. I wouldn't care.
Yeah. No, Helly, but it'd be cool. Maybe one day soon in the future we'll meet up. We'll have another Archie greet or something, and we got the one going for the Muppet coming to the States on that date. So yeah, it's going to be off the chain. We will be streaming that, by the way, too. So that's going to be awful. I can't wait for me in the full Beskar Mando costume and everything. And then I've got Drag Queen 1 and 2 next to you with Heinzie and Ram Bam. I think TJ said he was going to wear a Wookiee costume. I'm like, well, that ought to be good.
Oh God.
I hope you got fans, because I've got to get fans in mine. Because just being in this room wearing that armor, I was like, yeah, it's fogging up pretty bad here. I can't see anything. So yeah, we got the fans finally in. So yeah, it'll be nice and pretty, and everything will be nice and cool. All right. Worst week to go. Well, it's after July 4th. So actually, I got a pretty decent rate on a room. I went to whatever that site is, and I got a pretty good rate. So even at the hotel we're staying at, it's still pricey because it's Vegas, but the rate, because it'll be Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, because I'm coming in Wednesday, I'll be leaving Saturday, which is the 8th. You don't want to have the hotel prices go through the roof Friday and Saturday is where you get the rate. It skyrockets. But yeah, it's pricey, but you know, there are deals we have out there. If you need help, just, you know, get with the folks. They'll get you squared away, man. But let's do 73 question. Will there be any fossils left in the city when you and Heinzie there for the weekend? I don't know. I hope there's none, because yeah, someone said, can you do a helmet shoey? I'm like, I will never do a helmet shoey with that helmet. The thing is $200 by itself, and with all the electronics and stuff I'm putting in there, no. There will never be a Beskar Mando helmet shoey. Never, ever, ever. Shoes, yes. Helmet. Tumble says, question, how did your Twitch stream go? I started watching, but had to go out. Oh, it was a blast, dude. We had a epic hype trains. I did shit tons of shoeys. I did 11 yesterday, so yeah, a lot of shoeys. A lot of shoeys were imbibed. Haley says, do you have my Discord tag? Kate and Ranger both.
100% Haley. I'll find you. Haley. I will find you. Look at Haley. I might come over. I'm not sure. Obviously, I'm one of those people that kind of travels the world. So I love Boston. I love New York. I have Vegas insomnia. Anytime I've ever been to Vegas, I have never slept. So literally, I sit there for like 3 or 4 days. I'm a habitual gambler, right? So I love gambling. As anyone that plays this game does. And I know everywhere in Vegas to gamble, and I've probably gambled in all of them. But like when I get to Vegas, because there's so much incredible gambling going on, I'm like so excited. I can never sleep. I go like literally you just gamble, right? I know I can't tell that story. In the Luxor car park. We're on YouTube. I love Vegas. Vegas is one of my favorite cities in the planet. But I get insomnia, so I can only ever be there for 3 or 4 days. Then I go up to Flagstaff. I love Flagstaff. That's beautiful up there. And go over to casino. Anyway, hi. But yes, no, Haley, I have your Discord. I can easily contact you.
Go on.
That's it. I was
okay,
but I love Vegas. Vegas is I always stay in the Venetian. Because I love the Venetian because I stay in the Venetian in Macau and in Vegas. So I kind of know, like, if you've never been to a Vegas hotel, like Vegas hotels are weird. Like they're concrete blocks stuck in top of a theme park. So you're in this theme park and everybody's wearing like togas and stuff, and you're like, what is going on? Then you get in the lift, you put your card in, you go upstairs, and it's like you're in a maze of rooms. You're like, what the fuck is this? And eventually you find your room, which looks exactly the same like everybody else's room. Anyway, but yeah, I always stay in the Venetian, which is my absolute bag because I love the Venetian. Anyway, hi. Sorry. I'm going to be banned from Jedi Academy for talking too much.
Yeah.
No.
But yeah. I love Vegas. Vegas is such a... And I love since they put the monorail into Vegas is one of my favorite things, because they put Springfield on the map and it'll put Vegas on the map too. Like that, having a monorail is just, and I love like the New York, the roller coaster is my number one. I would say that
Thing is so rough.
It's
It's
rough.
rough.
It's rough. It will literally shorten your life by about 2 or 3 years and shorten your spine by about an inch or two. But of all the kind of that rush when you come out on the strip and you have just all this amazing stuff, it's just like, wow, welcome to Vegas. I love that. Yeah, so do that. Anyway.
You gotta do the eye.
Oh, I can see what you're saying there, Rob. Well, you're more than welcome,
Aye,
dude.
good.
I know
Aye,
someone was
good.
saying the gold, whatever. Again, get with the Muppets and stuff. I mean, there's a Discord set up for that. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I think we can wrap it up. I think we've been here for 2 hours. We have, and so we can start wrapping it up. I've got to go do some research on my lore video that I got to record tomorrow, and I got a lot of stuff to record tomorrow as well. So I'm going to be busy this weekend, as I was last weekend, and then next weekend I'll see about getting Jedi Academy in, but I probably won't because I'm going to be doing arts and crafts all weekend.
Arts and crafts.
Well, I've got to install the helmet stuff. So I've got the fans installed. I've got the sound, the voice thing coming into. I've got to get that installed. I've got some armor pieces to install. I got to get the jetpack mounted. You know, so there's a lot of stuff that I got to do. I got to still paint the rifle, so I got to go get that painted on that weekend. So it'd be a lot of hole punching, glue, hot gluing, and all this other stuff that I got to get done for this upcoming, you know, to get the suit put together. So I just have to. During the week, it's hard because I'm streaming and stuff like that, and you know I've got other things going on, so I've got to take weekends off, you know, to get this, you know, my arts and crafts time in. I try to do a little bit here and there, but it's like, Christ, you know, the weekends is the best way to do it. So, oh, so much stuff, a little time, But anyway, well, you know, obviously you still want the best deal you want. Yeah, just get with, yeah, there's deals to be had there. I think there's the gold dust or whatever that's next that had a much better rate. So you do what you need to do, brother. And I know there's a Discord. Get with Ram. I think he's got the Discord he can invite. I don't. I just have access to Discord. I don't have. Oh, well, we can get you in the group and then you can figure it out from there. Have you been practicing the Mando catchphrases? No, you just. I'll work on the voice. I will. You guys know me. I can do voices. So once I get the voice thing,
I thought you got the voice changer.
Well, it's the thing that modulates your voice, right? Like both. Yes. But I've got to practice the way he says things. So I'll do that. Like.
Yeah.
But I got to go listen to his voice a little bit and then copy that, and I'll work on that. Because once I get locked in on a voice, I'll get it down. Yes, you did your part today, Alex. All right, everybody, hit the thumbs up and subscribe. This is on YouTube. Make sure you watch the video all the way through. We are going to end the stream now, so we can let these lovely people get back to their normally scheduled program. So we're going to let them pimp their stuff. Kate Gaming, the world famous Kate Gaming. Where can folks check you out?
Just over on Twitch, KGaming_. I think I might actually stream today, but I gotta eat lunch. I gotta eat lunch first. I'm getting
lunch
hangry.
First, yes. Yeah, don't do that. Eat your lunch. Yeah. Eat your vitamins.
Yes.
So go check that out. And then all the sandfly, the greatest sandfly be done by the bee.
Well, I did not know Kate was. I did not know it was a leap year. Welcome to Sandflies. Welcome to Sandflies on Twitch. But we come here just to answer your questions, and can I just say, you asking questions is incredible. Thank you, Haley, for asking questions. Thank you, everyone that asks questions. It gives us something to do. And yeah, love you all.
LBC Rob, message me in Discord. I'll get you into the group. Trying to see. Yeah, message me, Rob, and then I'll put you in there. Because they all have like deals and stuff, and I get it. It's not that you can't afford it, but you still don't want to overpay for a room. You know what I'm saying? I get it. Trust me. I was looking religiously for the room I got. You know, I just was like.
Well, when I went to Vegas a couple years ago, what I did was I looked on Expedia to see
that's where I got
the
mine.
Different deals, and we picked whichever one was the cheapest. I think we picked like Treasure Island. So.
All right.
Which was nice. So.
Yeah. So yeah,
nice.
Yeah. Message me if you are interested in the Vegas trip. Just message me. I'll tag you, get you in the Discord so you can see what they're planning for events and things of that nature. That's not me. I'm just going to be there and go where I'm told. So yeah. And with that, we're going to call this one done. So thank you guys so much for joining us today. Make sure you follow these other great content creators. Go check out their stuff. especially if Kate's going to grace us with the stream today. That's fantastic. You can also check out Kate in our Discord doing Phasmophobia with the homies and getting scared.
Yeah. We haven't done that in a while.
Yeah.
But yeah.
We
Did
need
you see me
Devour.
there?
We need Devour. Kate, we need Devour. Get them on Devour.
What?
Devour.
What's
Devour.
I know what you're saying, but what is that?
It looks like Phasmo on speed. It's
Oh God.
That's all Kate
it looks
needs.
awful. It looks awful.
Yeah, that's all
Like,
Kate
Sounds
needs.
like that
awful.
fear therapy game they were trying to get me to play, and I'm like, I'm
Yeah.
not downloading.
Don't let
this.
them trick you,
Yeah.
Kate.
Nah.
Yeah,
Devour.
Kate's
Devour's
a
the
little
future.
scaredy cat, and that's okay. You know.
Aren't
so-
you supposed to play Phasmo Ranger?
Yeah, but I just haven't seen you guys doing it. Plus, I've been busy, you know, making the switch to Twitch. I've been working on all the stream stuff, like all the new.
The switch to Twitch. You've been on Twitch.
Well, like permanently. We are permanently on Twitch now.
Wait, so are you moving like Jedi Academy to
No,
Twitch?
Jedi Academy will stay on YouTube. So, but
Okay.
like all the lunch streams and everything else, that's going to Twitch now.
Okay.
Yeah.
That
But
makes
we'll still
sense.
do all our uploads. Yeah. So we'll still do all our uploads with all the content that we've been doing. So yeah. But like all the streaming
Gotcha.
stuff, yeah. Other than Jedi Academy, I will keep Jedi Academy on YouTube. But the lunch streams, the Wednesday streams, the Friday streams, all that stuff's going to be on Twitch permanently. So switch to Twitch because YouTube doesn't pay us anything. If YouTube paid me something, I'd stay on YouTube. But they don't like streaming apparently. So. All right, everyone have a great rest of your day. Love you guys. Go check out these other great content creators, and if we don't see you soon, we'll see you when we see you. Peace out.